Hey guys, I'm Syalma, and as you guys know, or if you guys have already seen my Instagram story, this picture, my aunt just got back from the US a few days ago and brought me back a few little gifts, which have already been obvious from here. Like quite on the back, I think it was books, a stack of books, and if you guys could read the very top one, I think it was slightly covered. I have no idea, but it was kind of dark. If you didn't really look at it, you wouldn't find it. But there's like an album. There's a certain album by a certain someone, and I will show it to you guys, but I will show it later because we're gonna save the best for the last. So we're gonna unbox. Maybe I have already unboxed everything. I've already seen everything, but we're gonna talk about the 5 books that I got, which is quite thick and heavy, and we are going to check out the album on the last part of this video. So if you want to see what album it is, you don't just have to wait until the end of this video. So as mentioned, I have 5 books and an album. Now, out of all those 5 books, one of them is not part of a series, while the rest are part of the same series. So I feel like we should start with the one that is outside of those other 4 book series, so that we're not going to be messing up with the timeline or like the part of the books that, you know, we're not going to be messing up with the aesthetic and the cleanliness of like the books, you know. Okay, so first book is One of Us is Back by Karen M. McManus. I have already read the first one. It was One of Us is Lying, so you can see it in the back. One of Us is Lying, and I have not read the second one, One of Us is Next. So originally I had shown my aunts my preferences, and I wanted to collect all of them, right? So I put like the third one and the second book on the list, and I told her like, okay, you know what, just like get me anything, I will be grateful either way. Of course I was given, but like I have already given her a list, and she ended up getting me like third book of the series rather than the second book, which is fine. I'm still reading it, although I'm still holding up on reading all of these books because I have finals coming up and I don't want to ruin the reading mood plus the studying mood. So yeah, it's a bit of a dangerous time. First of all, it started off as on the first book, it started out as a murder mystery where there's like this 5 or like I don't know, like there's some kids, I forgot like because I've already read like quite a while ago, but it started out as like a group of kids getting detention, and one of them died from like a peanut allergy, and they were all suspects. They were all who were in the room with the kid that died, were all suspects, and kind of went through all of their perspectives. They're all POVs, and like figure out on our own which one of them is the murderer and which one of them is like lying about their POVs, knowing that we could technically see their thoughts. I haven't read the second book, but we're gonna jump straight into the third book, which I can clearly see that it followed the same kind of like writing pattern as the first one. So I'm excited, but I still have to wait. Next book is gonna be the one in the part of the series, in the same series one, the 4 other books that I have mentioned before. So the first one that I got is the third book of the main trilogies, the main trilogy. So this is the Inheritance Games series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have collected the first and the second book, and I have been looking for the third book everywhere, like in Penny Plus and Remedia and everywhere, like on online marketplaces, and I couldn't find any that like sold this. So I was really hoping that my aunt could get me this. I was really hoping that you could get me this, because I've been searching for all over Indonesia and I couldn't find this book, like one copy, even like one copy of this book. I couldn't find it, and thankfully she got this, and I was like, I'm very happy. This is one of the priority, because she asked me to, okay, you know, like give me like a list of books that you wanted, and then which one is the most priority, and I put this one on the first on the list because I was looking for it everywhere, and now I finally got it in my hands. I am so excited to jump back into this series because it's also been a while since I have last read the second book of the series. Now that I found the third book, I can read it again. This is the final Gambit, the third book from the Inheritance Games series, after the Inheritance Games book and the 𝙀𝙀𝙀 Legacy book. I have read the first and second, as I have already mentioned multiple times before. It followed like a young girl named Avery Grams, as she was given this fortune, like a lot of fortune, from this old billionaire that she knows as a stranger because she doesn't recognize this mysterious billionaire, and then she suddenly was given all of his inheritance. And of course it's about like there's the billionaire's families are like having problems with her because obviously they were hoping that they would be the one who gets the inheritance, and then suddenly like, this new strange girl just came into their lives and take all of their inheritance, and they were like concerned. And then there were like games, there were murder attempts. I mean, now that I realize, both of the series that I followed right now, the One of Us is Lying series and the Inheritance Games series, followed like the kind of mystery thingy, like a mystery vibe on it. But I don't know, I have liked like mystery books. I feel like I'm gonna read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder soon, to follow like the whole theme. But yeah, it's just what I have lately liked. And then okay, now the next one is the 𝙀𝙀𝙀 Legacy. So to be fair, I have already had this book. So yeah, I got 2 copies of the same book because my aunt accidentally bought this, mistaking this for this book. So you guys can clearly see that this one doesn't have a 20% target off price from my aunt's Target store, but yeah, this one is the new one, the one with the 20% target off discount. And this one's the one that I have with a imported book sticker. You can see that they have none. I have already revealed this when comparing, but this is the Brothers 𝙀𝙀𝙀. This is I'm guessing this is one like an intercepts, I don't know. This one is part of Inheritance Games novel as well, but this one's like I think the 4th book. I don't know, I forgot the little diagram that the author gave on her Instagram, but like I'll show you here. And this is the complete 4th book, quite thicker than any of the other book. See, it's like, look at that comparison. I have seen this like multiple times in Indonesia, but I have not had the time to buy it. But now my aunt have already bought it for me. Thank you again. I'm gonna read this. This one's quite thick. I think this is not part of the main trilogy, but it was part of the whole universe, so we're gonna read it. I think it follows, oh yeah, so if the first main trilogy follows like the Avery Grams and like the mysterious inheritance that she get from this stranger and like the danger that comes with having that much fortune, this followed the family, like the brothers. So because like this is the following the grandsons of the billionaire that gave Avery all of his fortune upon his death. And this follows his grandsons, Grayson 𝙀𝙀𝙀 and Jameson 𝙀𝙀𝙀. I feel like if you haven't read the first 3 books, you wouldn't know why they were like that important, because it's like a whole family. Like you should have come, like the story should have come from the Avery Grams and the whole family's perspective, and this book does not have that whole family's perspective. Just like choosing like 2 of the grandsons. Why? You're gonna see like the significance of them while you're reading the first 3 books. So I don't think you could read this as a standalone, or you could. I don't know, I haven't read this, but I'm gonna review this later. So if I have the time, I will tell you guys about my experience. And that time, which will comes probably about the end of this December, because I have finals. Again, I have finals. 4th book, this one is actually one of my favorite. The Grandest Game. Still on the same universe of the Inheritance Games. Say this is like the Inheritance Games, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, but it's like Inheritance Games novels. 20% off Target. Anyways, but this is not part of this world, I believe. They're just part of the same universe, but they're not exactly following the same plot line. I have never heard of like the full like book review of this because I was trying to keep it away from me. I have not. This is like the first book in the series, and I haven't read much about this because I want to keep like the curiosity vibe still going for me while I'm jumping into this book. But I can see that in the synopsis we have Lyra, Rohan, and Gigi, like Gigi Hadid. Yeah, 7 tickets, An Island of Dreams, The Chance of a Lifetime. I'm excited to jump into this book, but I cannot talk to you about the plot of like the series because I haven't started it yet. But we're gonna talk about the whole thing, the cover. This is like beautiful. I don't have that much hardcover books. I only have the one with 𝙨𝙨. I got that one as a birthday present from my dad in hardcover, but that was the only book of hardcover that I have now. But now we're gonna have add this to the collection. It's quite heavy. I was surprised that my aunt managed to get this into Indonesia and fit it into her luggage, but we're here. This one's The Grandest Game, as already mentioned. It's hardcover, and you guys gonna see this. Look at that. It's like the book sleeve. It's black. It's classy, and this is the book, like the spine. There's no drawing, neither on the front or the back, but I love the gorgeous spine, so we can make it a pass. There's nothing much like interesting on the inside either. By the way, if you could smell the new book, new paper like vibe going on in my room, it smells gorgeous. Ta-da! The Lover Deluxe album by Taylor Swift. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how excited I am. You should have been there when I got this first. When I opened this first, the scream that I let out, it was diabolical. I was screaming. I was so happy to get this. This is so, oh my gosh, this has been on my wish list for quite a long time, and 5 years later, this was released 2019, and 5 years later I finally got it in my hands. Anyways, we're gonna start. So this is Lover album by Taylor Swift. This is the deluxe album version 3. So I think there was like 4 different versions of this, and I got the 3rd one. It doesn't matter for me whichever I got, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I don't know, I don't care. All I care is that I can finally get this in my hands. So this one's Lover, Taylor Swift, you got the cover. Lover, Taylor Swift, you got the cover. That's kind of like cute rhyming. This is like the inside. This is not a hardcover book. It's just like I don't know, like a food packaging, kind of like a food box, I would say, like a cereal box kind of packaging. And if you see like little dents all over the place, it's because my aunt opened the packaging before she put this in the luggage, so that explains the dents. But I think I will cover this with plastic again to save it from like more dents while I'm bringing this everywhere with me. So why is it like, it's an album but it's like, it looks like a book? Why so this is actually a journal by Taylor Swift. So this is like intercepts of her like childhood journals, like her teenage journals, her writing journal. You're gonna see a lot of her handwriting in the journal, and then she only filled it halfway through, and then you can continue with like your own journal, your own notebook. So it's not entirely a notebook for you, but it's also you technically share the journal with Taylor. You're gonna see a lot of like her songwriting process, her designs and stuff like that. That's what we got on this book. That's why if you look at it slightly, you're gonna see that her handwriting is crazy. It's gonna take me a while to read it through, but aside from the journal, we're gonna get into like the main thing, which is the album. I got the poster. I have already seen this picture multiple million times before, but it's okay. We got the printed version of Taylor. We got a printed picture of Faye here. She was holding up a sunflower, blue background, and she's like wearing this knitted sweater. I've already seen these pictures of her multiple times, but it's okay. We can work with that. And then of course we're gonna get the CDs. We're gonna get the CD. It was this gorgeous like CD, like it follows kind of the pattern of like the clouds on the cover. And this is the lyric book. Well, the same forward that was placed on the front of this journal, and you got the lyrics, and it comes in this back pocket. I don't know if you can see, but like it slides in the back pocket. So you got like in the back cover of the journal, you got the back pocket, and slide it in, and you get there. Put them back in, and for the posters, it just comes like this, and then you pull it up like that. Done. Now this is the main star of the show. Now we're finished with the whole unboxing. Yeah, we're gonna see you by the end of December. We're gonna review them. We're gonna talk about the books. We're gonna talk about the album. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy me yapping. So yeah, I'll see you, I don't know when, but like next time maybe.